Hello, everyone. I don't know how to start this video, but I'm just going to dive right in. Anyways, I've seen a lot of comments on social media on this. I know tension is very high in Nigeria. Unfortunately, there's a lot of divide in Nigeria across religious lines and all of that. And one of the things that we need to do is that we collectively need to want peace for it to actually happen. We collectively need to want harmony. We collectively need to want living together and growing together. We are different, and that's how. And we should accept that differences and also know that it's a beautiful thing. It's not a thing to be angry about or a thing to fight over. We might have different beliefs. We might have different religion. We might have different gender, different tribe, different ethnicity, but at the end of the day, one thing binds all of us together, and that's our humanity. For me, even as a child, I've never felt a need to, how do I put it, to be affiliated to one thing or the other. My loyalty has never been to who is this or that. I've tried as much as possible for my loyalty to always be where truth, equity, and justice is, even when I didn't know what truth, equity, and justice was. As a child, that's what I tried for. And I've never been one to say, oh, because this matter, it's going to affect me. So therefore, I will not say the truth on it or whatever. No, I will say the truth on it, even though it affects me. As a child, it got me into lots of trouble. I was beaten a lot for that. I was ostracized, a lot of things, but that's water under the bridge. But it never stopped me. And it is something that even those who don't like me would say to you, yes, Aisha can do this, but when it comes to saying it the way it is, she will say it the way it is. It might not be right. It doesn't mean that she doesn't make mistakes. She might make mistakes. She does make mistakes and all of that. But she will at least, when it comes to being objective. One thing my husband will always say, move, Jare, you are too objective. That's one thing I know he says about it. He say you're too objective. Because even sometimes at the detriment of certain things, my businesses and everything, like, oh no, this thing has to be done in this way. And sometimes it's not always a good thing. I will tell you that, because in life there are, grays. It's not just black and white. There are shades of gray. And you have to think, what is it that will fit the greater good? The reason why I'm doing this, and if you can see here, I have a note in my hand. It's 500 naira note. Because I've seen the fact that, yes, and everybody's anger is valid. There is so much anger at the fact that, why do we have Arabic inscription in this? Why do monument things have Arabic in it? People are, looking at it with all manner of things. For example, if you look at your note, take your whatever note it is, 500, 1,000, 200, 100, whatever it is, you will see under it, there is Arabic letters under it. It is not Arabic language. It is Arabic letter. It is Hausa that it's written under. They call it Ajami. Ajami. So if you see here, if you're reading, first of all, in Arabic, you read from, what is it now? From left to right. It's not the other way. English, like if I'm reading English, I'm going to be reading it like this. If I'm reading Arabic, I'm going to be reading it like this. So let me just break it down a bit to say here, if you look at it, something that looks like this, what we do in Arabic, it is the dot. There are different, this is a dot that is on top. It means it is noon. There's the Arabic letter, alif, bata, safa, jim, he, kha, da, da, za, ra, zain, ain, shin, kha, da, zal. So it looks like you have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. So it's also the same thing. In the Arabic, the dot that is on top, that is the noon. It is called noon. You have two dots under, that is yaun. It is like this with those two dots, and then you have this like this, that is ra. So what this means, it means n, like ya. So there's what they call sukun on top, which is like shortens it. If you have fatha, like this one, like the noon, I know I'm going into Arabic this thing. I just want to talk about this thing because for me it's breaking a lot of us just to understand. You have like an n, so there's an n with something further on top. It means na. If it has kasra under, it means a knee. If it has what they call dhamma, like something, it means noon. So this one with the N, and then the Y, there's something called sukun. If it has like a zero on top, so you shorten it. And then the Ra, it has the fatha on top. So what that means is that means N, Y, and R. Then it means N, A, Y, and R, A. What does that mean? Naira. It means naira. And then if you come to read, there's something they call da, da. So that's what they have the So the with the fatha we make it da. If it had kasra, it would be e. If it had what do you call it now? Dhamma, it would be u. But this is now with the fatha, and then you have the ra under. So that means da, da, dari. So and then you have the ya'un. So I'm just explaining a bit of Arabic. This is going to be a bit technical, but I really want to put, when you have the which is like a D, and then an R, this kasra is I, then with the ya'un, like it draws it. So it means dari. So for those who understand Hausa, you know when they say dari, it means 100. And then so you go on again, you will see something that has a dot under. One dot on that means ba, the alphabet ba. If you put a kasra under it, it means B. If you put a fatha on top of it, it means ba. If you put a dhamma on top of it, it means bu. But this one has a kasra under, it means B. And then the ya, a ya is used to prolong something. So that's two dots on that, because there's a way in Arabic word, if you're learning Arabic, there's a way you write it at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end. And so you have those two, it means ya, it prolongs it. So it means B. Then if you come to you see another two dots on that, which is the ya with the fatha, that's ya. I'm talking of the 500 now. Yeah, and then you have the ra'un with the sukun, that is like ra. So what this means, it says naira beri biyar. Naira beri biyar. It's Hausa. It's not Arabic, guys. But they use the Arabic letters to write it. The way they will can use English to write another this thing. Haven't explained that, because a lot of people, even like you see some people, they just see Arabic inscription, they automatically assume it's Arabic. Or there are some people who are not even learned, who are sort of illiterate. They just see, whenever they see Arabic, they just assume, oh, it's the Quran. No, because it's Arabic letter. It is Hausa that is written there. I will come to it. Somebody might ask, why do they have Hausa on top of, on this, trying to write it on this, either monument, inscription, the military, and all of that? Why are they putting Hausa? Why did they not put other language? Let's go back to our history. By the time the colonialists were coming in, the English were coming in, the northern part of the country had already been colonized by the Arabs. So the colonization had come down, and as they were being colonized, and that's where the Fulanis were also coming in, you have all of those. Hausa is not Hausa. How do I put it? Hausa is a lingua franca, the way English is a lingua franca. Hausa is a colonizer's language that everybody had to literally adopt. That's why if you go across the north, most places they speak Hausa, even though they have their own, even though they have their own, how do I put it now, their own language, mother tongue, but you still see Hausa is used across the northern part of the country. It's not really that, oh, it's that one, but it was used more as a colonizer's language, and that was what we used to bring everybody together, the same way English was used as a colonizer's language. So by the time the white people were called, the British were coming in and through the south, Hausa already had their system. They had their system of writing. They had already been colonized. In the northern part, they were writing, they could write and do this thing. So that was what brought it. Of course, when they were bringing in English, they were bringing it. You see a lot of people that don't understand. They can't read A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, but they can read Alif, Ba, Ta, Sa. Yeah, they can do that. They can do the Alif, Ba, Ta, Fa, and go Jim, He, and go with it. And they will use it to make their sentence. They will write Hausa, they will write storybook, they will read. Some people will look at it and say, oh, they are illiterate. No, they are not illiterate, they are literate. It's just that you do different things. You are learning in English, they are learning in this. So that is why all of that came in. So they needed, these other people were already were already educated, had they were lettered, they already had their distance, and they started putting it, and it went on and along the way. These things don't matter. They didn't matter before, but now it's becoming more of an issue. People are angry, and rightfully so, because of the things that are happening. But let's not take it that, oh, it's because they want to Islamize. Oh, please. They want to Islamize Nigeria. And I'm going to tell you something. You see, in as much as we are talking about what is happening in Nigeria today, are there areas where Christians are being persecuted? Absolutely, yes. Are there places where you will see, oh, because you are Christian, you are minority, you are not allowed to go? And it's across board. It's done. It's there. You see people who are from Kaduna, Borno, and all of that. You are indigenous just because you're Christian. You even some the admission you will not get. All of those things are there and they are valid. And these are issues that we need to have the decency to be able to address. Other places have it too. I am a minority Muslim from where I come from in Edo State. It's the same thing. If you check the hierarchy of things, I told someone the other time, I said, just because we in Edo, we don't talk. You understand? We also have those issues. As a Muslim, you can't grow as far. You are kept that a lot of our people either change their religion, change their name. That's why you see someone who is a Muslim is bearing Tony Momo, because they had to change. Our parents had to change their names to Christian names when they were before some of them were admitted into schools and all of that. And even up to now, you still have that this thing. It's a usual thing where minorities are always, at a disadvantage. That was where the federal system was done. We had regions before, but what now happened was that when there was regional region, those who were minority were going through so much, and they insisted that we now had this federal system that we have, this state system that we have. What we need to do is to ensure there's equity for everyone. If everyone is not marginalized, all of this issue of what your religion is, it's for everybody's business. It's your personal business. Nobody will care. Those are the things, that we need to focus on. So for me, I hope all of these things that are coming out in terms of what we are doing or whatever, we're able to find a place to it. When we talk about Islamization of this, I always laugh. If Buhari is going to Islam, I say, has Buhari finished Islamizing his own family? The talk less of, oh, he's going to Islamize the people that are talking, have they finished Islamizing their own this thing? Sometimes people say that I did, when I did, I think, was it a video I did or something? I know a lot of people were sending me messages. Some, oh, Aisha, we are so disappointed in you. How did it? Because what I asked, you that you were voting Muslim ticket, now you are shouting Christian genocide, Christian persecution. Are you not part of the problem? When I was saying it, I said in a population where we have almost 50-50, you're coming in to carry a Muslim ticket, and you people thought it was okay. Oh, you see people, oh, I'm Christian, but I'm voting Muslim ticket. I don't see anything wrong. Oh, it's not that you're saying something wrong with it. You're being told that because what happened with that whole thing was that the Northern Christians were told they were second-hand citizens. And I wrote it, I said all of this in 2022 when that whole Christian Muslim ticket came up. And I said, look, the same way I would argue against a Christian ticket if it comes up, is the same way I'm going to argue against a Muslim ticket. And then somebody like that, there was people who insulted me. What about your state? Have you ever? I said, yes. It's an injustice that in my state I bear with. I mean, as a Muslim, I'm being told that I can't be a governor in my state. I've had people who told me, oh, a Muslim can never be governor in Edo State. We face those things. That's why I know how it is. And it shouldn't be. But when you see there is something that has been put together, when APC brought in Tinubu, they needed to have someone, the dynamics would be a Christian will come, that would be a Christian from the north. But they decided, no, that they're going to do Muslim because they felt that was an outrage. All of those persecution, all of those denial, all of those whatever that the Christians in the north had been going through was amplified and manifested in that Muslim ticket. And some of you were happy because of you. It's the politics of it that concerns you. And I asked some people, and I've asked some people, the Chibok girls, was their Christianity not Christian enough? We were attacked because we came out for Chibok girls. Even up to today, we are still being attacked. There's no malignment that has not been done to us. Most of the girls that were taking on that Chibok girls were Christians. I didn't care whether they were Christians or whatever religion. All I cared is that children that had gone to school had been taken away. But we had people who attacked us relentlessly because Jonathan was president. So the biggest hypocrisy are not even the leaders who are doing all of this, are the sycophants who, because of who you support, you will do all sorts of things. See Daniel Boala today. Daniel Boala came out, he was angry. The reason why he left APC and joined PDP was because of Muslim ticket. A good number of them, himself, what's his name, BD Lawal, former, oh God, SGF, former SGF, and all of that, which is right. Because what that whole Muslim ticket did was to say to Christians in the north that they are not citizens, and it literally Christians all over. So when you sit down today, you are shouting, "Oh, there's a Christian genocide," and then at the same breath, I was telling someone, at the same breath, you're saying, "Oh, we are 50-50%. How are you sitting that 50% of the population are treating you like that, and you are sitting there? Don't you think you also have a you are not a victim?" Like somebody say, if people consistently voting bad people who incompetent leaders, then they are not victims. They are participants of what is being done to them. The same Daniel Boala that left APC because of a Muslim ticket, today is back into APC, supporting whatever APC is doing, even no matter what, trying to change anything. Is it still not Muslim ticket? Like I always say, may our bills not be more than our integrity. Is it not still Muslim ticket? If you were angry, it was Muslim ticket before election was won. Why are you still not angry after election is won? Like I heard from somewhere, somebody said, "Who will the school fees pay themselves?" That's not. So these are the main thing. But for me, is that whatever we do, let's put humanity first. Let's put nation second before we begin to put our individual self. Let's think about the greater good. Let us not be selfish. Let's look at this thing and say, if I was in this position, how would I want to be treated? Treat yourself in that manner. There's only one country we have. We mess it up, we're on our own. We work, we make it right, we are on our own. This country can be a great country. We once lived in a society, and I saw someone, which is another whole lot story, because I saw some people who put out there and said, before 2000, before late 1990s, we didn't have this problem. There was religious tolerance. It was a certain group, sect of Islam that came with this. They are high-handed. This cannot be this. What is Isala? They might give me a whole lot of whatever bashing and whatever for this. So be it. They came with this. They are, we are the right ones. Everybody, guy, calm down. There's a reason why God gave a verse, the one he called unbeliever. Only are you a kafirun? Say, "Oh, you unbeliever. I do not worship that which you worship. Nor do you worship that which I worship. I will never worship that which you worship. Nor will you ever worship that which I worship. For you, it's your religion. For me, it's my religion." It's a chapter in the Quran. It says, "Do you, let me do me." If you want to be holier than thou, go and do it. I was talking with someone yesterday. We were having a conversation. We were talking about fasting, and the person mentioned the fact that he did a dry fasting for 7 days or something, for 5 days, 5 straight days with no water, no food, nothing. I said, you wanted to have mansion in heaven, then so that you'll be looking, or you'll be on top of it. I'll be looking at us who we are struggling to get BQ. Fasting 5 days without it. Even God don't talk, say. But some people want to be that. So there are some people. So I always tell people, let people be. God created us and gave us will. Me, if you like, believe in God, it's your personal business. If you like, don't believe in God, it's your personal business. I have people who say they don't believe in God. When I'm talking to them, I respect their views and I don't mention God where they are. I don't say, "God bless you." I don't say, normally just type maybe so. Until I know that you believe in God, I don't say to you, "God bless you." I don't say, I don't bring God into conversation with you. I respect your wish because I believe in God. I'm a Muslim. I believe in Islam. And I pray every day I die a Muslim. And that is my biggest prayer to God. Ya Allah, whatever I do, let me die in the faith of Islam. That is who I am. And nobody is going to change that for me. And I respect my beliefs. There are certain beliefs I have. I don't impose it on others. I believe as a Muslim woman, I'm supposed to wear my hijab. I wear my hijab. I'm not saying that I'm the best. It's a lie. The only reason I'm making heaven is when God is all forgiving. You understand? I know this video is becoming too long, 12 minutes, because I just need to bring these things out. For me, let me just say my word, because I speak better than I write. I'll pour my this in, I'll just leave it there for posterity's sake. I've said when I say my own, I move on. As a Muslim woman, I wear my hijab. If you are a man, you are giving me your hand. If you are not my father, my brother, my husband, my son, possibly, my in-law, my son-in-law, I will tell you, oh, I'm sorry, I don't shake hands. I'll apologize for you. I'm sorry. It's a religious thing. And many people do understand. I don't touch, I don't hug another man. I don't, when you're touching me, even when I say, oh, I'm so sorry. You know, people are like, oh, Aisha, we want to hug you. I say, okay, let me hug a woman. If you have a wife before that, I will hug her 2 times. I say, one is for her, one is for you. Because that is for me. I believe in the injunctions of my religion. But if I see somebody that is not wearing hijab, she's wearing mini, you dare not go after her. She has a right to wear her mini the way I have a right to wear my hijab, and I'm going to protect those her rights. And whatever it is I need to do, I'm going to do it. I will stand for her to wear her mini. I will stand for, if she wants to be naked, it's her business to be naked. It's not your business. But if she doesn't want to wear anything, she has a right. That's her right. Not you. No morality police. Keep your distance. Oh, God said, did God appoint you? God did not appoint you to watch over anybody for anything. God, there's a reason why God stopped having prophets. Now, God is not sending anybody down to come and let us do our thing. They've already said, do your own. So I will do my own, you will do your own, let's go. But we had a band of people who felt they have to impose their will on people, and they unfortunately were able to be vocal at that time, got into positions and whatever, started all of this thing. What we have today is political Sharia. I've said it a lot of times. I've written about it on my this thing. This is political Sharia. Because people wanted to have political power, and what they needed to do was that, oh, let them use that Sharia as wherever. How many people have they cut off their hand? The people that are stealing and looting money. Before you do set in every law that is put down in Islam, before you do it, there are stringent thing that has to be put in place. Whether the state has to do it, everything has to do it. And I don't need the state to tell me, oh, this is the Sharia I need to follow. I will follow it on my own. Nigeria is a secular state. Let everybody do their religion in peace. I'm not going to come and tell you that, oh, you wear hijab. Why would you wear the hijab? It's not an injunction. Even in the Quran, there are places where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, oh, you believer. And there are places where he say, oh, you mankind. Not every message is for everyone. The message that God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, has given me as a Muslim is different from what the other person has. Everybody has it. And when you talk about blasphemy, I always say to people, who decide what blasphemy is? You all have our religion. You decide what is important to you is not important to you. I see people get angry when they are called unbelievers. I wonder why you are angry. I am an unbeliever to somebody else's belief, and I'm okay with it. Because I don't believe what you say. And so if I say I don't believe, to you it is blasphemy, but you don't have a right to kill me. The same way forever I say it is, it's blasphemy. I don't have a right to kill you. Nobody has a right to take anybody's life. It's as simple as that. God is the judge of everything. We're going to go to heaven. Are we not all going to die? When we die, we'll allow God judgment. Why can't be your own? Why are you being judged here on earth? Why are you judging anybody? Have you finished checking yourself? Why don't you focus on it? Live your life. I tell people, don't tell me your religion. Let me see you act your religion. Let me see you be your religion. Let me see you do it. Let people be safe with you. Let somebody come and play with you and feel safe. Accept people for who they are. It is God that created them. If God wanted all of us to behave in the same way, he has the capacity to be, he would have said, kun fayakun, be, and it becomes. And since God did not do it, let's leave it like that and let's be. I hope this whole thing that is coming opens up an opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to sit down and have a conversation. But unfortunately, there's no leadership enough to be able to drive that. We need to sit down and put institutions in place to ensure that your religion, your tribe, your whatever is known. That's why sometimes in my crazy moments, I always say, how I wish all of us, when we come to issue national, we drop all our names. We should have certain national names. These are names everybody should bear. That it's not that when you hear Aisha, oh, she's a Muslim, she's from the north. When you hear Ngozi, oh, she's Christian, she's from the east. When you hear Yetunde, oh, she's probably either Muslim, Christian, she's from the West. When you hear, we are defined by our names. No, and even before people see you, they begin to question you and begin to do that. Let's just stop it. Thank you so much for watching all these rants.